Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. I got a fresh vlog for y'all. And the message I heard is no, wait, there's war. Okay. The scripture comes from Ezekiel 32:5. And I will lay thy flesh upon the mountains and fill the valleys with thy height. I will also water with thy blood the land wherein thou swimmest, even to the mountains, and the rivers shall be full of thee. So here's the message. God said that there's someone, they upset because they feel like you talking about stuff that they don't want you talking about, or it's like for one reason or another, you somehow are saying something that this person don't want you to say, or you know something, and it don't mean that you know it's about them. You may not even know it's about them. But I feel like it'll be like a situation like, let's say you having tea with your friends, it's a group event, and you talking about some situation where, let's just say, you was at this grand hotel with your husband, y'all was out there for the weekend, and you overheard somebody on the hall, okay, they was getting into a big fight with some guy that they were in love with, and this, that, and the third happened, and you telling the whole story word for word, and you don't even realize that the person that it happened to is right there, but they do, and they really, really, really just want you to stop. God said that's the kind of vibe for somebody. Baby, God said you ain't even finished it. You ain't even finished it. And for one reason or another, I feel like it's a situation where if you don't, God, you know what I'm saying? God gonna be on your tail, because he's like, you know what I'm saying? The scripture. God say, and I will lay thy flesh upon the mountains and fill the valleys with thy height. I will also water with thy blood the land wherein thou swimmest, even to the mountains, and the rivers shall be full of thee. Okay, baby, God said it's like it's a situation where you don't have no choice but to do whatever it is that you got going on, or say, or whatever. That's between, like, that's because God said that you gotta say it. God said, and God said if you don't, he gonna have a problem with you. And you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's a situation where God looking at you like, don't worry about them, look at me. And that's the kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? But somebody, they don't want you to say it. Like, they really don't. They really want you to stop. You know what I'm saying? But in some situations you may not have a choice, you know what I'm saying? Because wild blessings come from the most high. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. And this is not a situation where this person, like, I just feel like this is somebody, they just like, that's just how they feel. They don't want you to tell the truth. And it may be a situation where if you don't tell the truth, you lose your job. You need your job, because how else you gonna pay your bills? How else you gonna do this? How else you gonna do that? If you don't tell the truth, you ain't gonna be able to get into school. You need to go to school. If you don't tell the truth, you gonna lose your kids. If you don't tell the truth, you gonna lose your house. If you don't tell the truth, you gonna this. If you don't tell the truth, that. And for somebody, it could be a spiral out of control situation. You ain't got no choice. It's not a situation where you got all these people that's jumping up and down ready to help you. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I don't. You know what I'm saying? In reality, I gotta work because I got bills. 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 And when it really come down to it, baby, still haven't received no donation towards this propane in any shape, form, or fashion, baby. But it is what it is. That mean I need to work. You know what I'm saying? That mean I need to get to it. Because what else I'm gonna do? I'm not finna let myself, let alone my child, starve. So we finna have to get this money some way or another. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my job. I gotta work. You don't work, you don't eat. And that's just what it is. Anyways, Baby, your parents should teach you that. And that's the message. Baby, yeah, that's the message. Go ahead and say somebody is like, no, 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 no. But really, it's like, it's a situation where you don't have no choice. That's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.